Oh my god, I can't breathe in that mask. Whew. What's up guys, Motherfucker Caliber, and welcome to my top 5 Spider-Man games of all time. So, like anything else on my channel, this list is going to be in my opinion, so if you guys agree, that's cool. If you don't, then that's fine as well. So with that stuff being said, let's start this.
Number 5. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, I really don't have too many positive things to say about this game, other than its combat system and its web slinging. Its combat system is heavily inspired by the Batman Arkham series. Sure, it's not the most creative to use, but for this game it worked pretty well. And it makes sense because Spider-Man would normally use the spider sense while fighting. And the web swinging feels free and open just like in Spider-Man 2. However, those are probably the only two notable things that are actually good about the game. Everything else is kind of lackluster. The story mode is honestly pretty garbage, and the graphics are just... Yep, that sums up how I feel about the game's graphics. And that's why this game is number 5 on my list. Number 4. Spider-Man Friend or Foe. Spider-Man Friend or Foe is one of those games that people really don't talk about since it's very unpopular among Spider-Man fans. And that's very understandable since I found out about this game on the back of a Spider-Man 3 manual. Yeah, not the best product placement. Anyways, I bet you guys want to know about the story. Well, it's nothing too special, but I'll give you guys a brief summary via the Wikipedia. Spider-Man finds himself beset by his enemies from the movies, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, and Venom. He gains help from New Goblin as he combats the villains, and then there's something about a meteor and the Venom symbiotes. Yeah, the story really doesn't make any sense. But it's not about the story, it's about the gameplay. So how's the gameplay? It's basically a co-op Spider-Man game, meaning that you'll get the most fun out of it if you have friends to play with. I'm not saying you can't have fun with this game alone, but after a while it gets really easy. But I have many memories of me just going over a friend's house and playing this on a good old PS2 and having hours of fun. And because of that, this game is number 4 on my list. Number 3. Ultimate Spider-Man. As you guys can already tell, this game is heavily influenced by the comics, not only in the story but also the art style. Now, this is how a Spider-Man game should be. Fun gameplay and true to the source material. And plus it's one of the very first Spider-Man games that lets you play as Venom, which was very brutal. Yeah, he just broke that guy's spine. This game is 10 out of 10. Number 2, Spider-Man 3. Alright, look, I know what you guys are going to say.
But Alpha, why is Spider-Man 3 here instead of Spider-Man 2? Spider-Man 2 is way better. Everybody knows that.
Okay, look, Spider-Man 2 is a great game, but I just honestly prefer Spider-Man 3. Now, fundamentally, Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 2 are the same game. However, the one thing about Spider-Man 3 that makes me prefer it over Spider-Man 2 is the black suit. Playing with the black suit basically made you feel like a badass. Every enemy was basically one-hit kill, you could jump higher, you could swing faster, and just made you feel powerful overall. So with that, and Tobey Maguire's amazing voice acting... Harry!
Fair's fair, Parker. Now it's time for a little one-on-one.
The game ends here.
This game is my second favorite. So before I reveal my number 1 spot to you guys, I wanted to show some honorable mentions. And finally, for number 1, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Now, there are multiple things that I love about this game. The first being is its story mode, which is actually pretty good for a Spider-Man game, and really straightforward. It's debatably, in my opinion, one of the best Spider-Man stories that we've gotten in the game before. And a part of the reason is because we have 4 Spider-Man in one story, which isn't only creative, but also something that no other Spider-Man game has done to this extent before. And it should be applauded for that. Now, what about the gameplay? Its combat system is good, but its level design is just amazing. With that and the combat upgrades, the gameplay never really gets old, and I guess that's why it's my favorite Spider-Man game. So if any of you guys never played it, then I highly recommend you do so, because this game is amazing.
But Alpha, what do you mean? Spider-Man 2 is way better than Spider-Man 3. We all know this. Bonesaw's ready.
I can't use that take.